Programming. This is a national emergency. Important instructions will follow. The following message has been transmitted by request from the Angora National Guard and Police Department. At around 12:15 a.m. Central Daylight Time, multiple calls to 911 were reported of an net of diesel locomotives losing their brakes on the grade near Angora, Nebraska. At this time, mandatory evacuations have been placed for residents near the entire area. Take a battery radio and tune to 1240 FM or 1240 AM on your battery radio for later statements by medias. Stay tuned for further updates. Civil danger warnings for the entire Angora, Nebraska and its surrounding areas. The following message has been transmitted by request from the Angora Police Department and Nebraska State Highway Patrol. At around 12:21 a.m. Central Daylight Time, the net of diesel locomotives have picked up to dangerous speeds at around 37 miles per hour. The locomotives are heading for a fiery head-on collision at the bottom of the grade. Residents of Angora, please evacuate your area immediately. A train disaster is imminent. Take your battery radio and tune to 1240 FM or 1240 AM on your radio dial for later statements. I repeat, please evacuate your area immediately, as a train wreck is imminent. Repeating again, take your battery radio and tune to 1240 FM or 1240 AM on your radio dial for later statements on this crucial developing story. Stay tuned for further updates. Programming has been discontinued until further notice. Do not go to Lincoln Airport, as it too has been shut down until further notice. Repeating again, stay tuned for updates on your radio dial as the breaking news story develops. We're sorry to interrupt your programming on KEX serving the St. Louis area. This is a national emergency. Important instructions will follow. This message has been transmitted by request from the Federal Emergency Management Agency, Operation Lifesaver, and Burlington Northern Board of Directors. At around 12:31 a.m. Central Daylight Time, the net of diesel locomotives have fully collided with a northbound piggyback and miscellaneous freight train. Area residents are advised to evacuate immediately. The fuel tanks have ignited and are catching everything on fire. Stay tuned for further updates. Repeating again, the fuel tanks from 6 of the locomotives have flown off and are igniting an explosive firestorm. If you cannot find shelter, the National Guard will lead you to one. Take your battery radio and tune to 640 AM and 640 FM, and for later reports, tune to 1240 FM or 1240 AM on your radio dial for later statements on this critical situation. All programming has been discontinued for the audio duration portion of this message. Please stand by for additional audio duration portions of this message. This is an emergency action notification. All broadcasting shall transmit this emergency action notification message. This station has interrupted programming by request of the United States government to participate in this emergency. During this emergency, most stations will be still on the air to provide news and information around your area. This is KECT. We will continue to serve the St. Louis and its surrounding areas. Do not use telephones unless you are in a bona fide emergency. All telephones will be kept for emergency use. The emergency action notification has been activated. The NTSB has begun to take over an online investigation to what actually caused this disaster. Nothing has been reported, but sudden changes of evacuation procedures is imminent. Do not open your doors to your shelters, unless a National Guardsman or operator orders you to do so. Use wet towels to seal in cracks, as smoke can cause inhalation hazards. Do not use air conditioning, as it too spreads smoke inhalation. Do not leave your shelter until an all clear has been given by appropriate authorities. Please stand by for additional audio duration portion of this message. Civil danger warnings continue for the Angora areas. The following message has been transmitted by request of the Angora Fire Rescue. A huge fire has scorched the entire area of Angora. Flames have shot up 315 feet into the air. Critical explosions have been confirmed at the bottom of the grade. The NTSB is still solving what caused this disaster. Tune to 1240 AM and 1240 FM on your radio dial for later statements on this developing story. Stay tuned for further updates. Interrupt your programming to deliver this emergency message. This message has been transmitted by request from the NTSB, Burlington Northern Board of Directors, and Operation Lifesaver. Inconsistent training and poor coupling designs were confirmed as the cause of this disaster. Any all but demolished locomotives and equipment deemed irreparable will be sold for the scrapper's torch, and the rest will face extensive rebuilding before returning to service. Please stand by for the audio duration portion of this message. The emergency action notification requested hours ago is now terminated. It is also sadly confirmed that 2 crewmen were killed and 3 others critically injured from the wreck and 3rd and 4th degree burns from the fuel escaping from the diesel tanks. All clears have been given. It is now safe to leave your shelter. We thank you for your cooperation during this critical emergency. We will now return to your station for regular programming.